I'm doing some comfrey divisions on this warm, windy Michigan day, so I thought it would be cool if I can do a comfrey giveaway to some of my subscribers. I've got comfrey plants all over the place through here that I planted last spring. So if you want some free comfrey, stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm going to tell you how to enter. If you have comfrey grown, you can make endless amounts of free plants out of it. I have some Bocking 14 here. I'm also growing True Comfrey and Bocking 4. Now, whoever wins this contest can choose between Bocking 14 and True Comfrey. I'm not going to go into the benefits of comfrey. You can look that up on your own. I think it takes up too much video time. I'm just going to show you how to take this awesome plant and turn it into endless amounts of comfrey. This is something you buy once and never have to buy again. So I won't disturb this one because it's by my banana tree. This one looks like a really good candidate right here. So most people would just take this shovel and put it underneath this plant and pop up the whole plant here. That's fine. You're not going to get rid of comfrey. It's going to come right back. But I like it to stay a little bigger like this. I go ahead and move the leaves in half here. And with my shovel halfway into this plant, I am going to kick down as far as I can. Go ahead, lift her up. Every root we just severed in here is going to grow into another comfrey plant. Just right there. I broke off that piece there. Anytime you have pieces of root fragment that break off your comfrey, I'm going to take all those. I'm just going to load those into this bucket. Look at that guy. And look at that massive root system in this comfrey. I'm going to be able to make so many plants out of this. Now let's take this soil, push it back in here against this comfrey plant, and we're going to see a lot more comfreys coming up right here because we cracked all them roots off. Got my comfrey in a bucket full of water. I'm going to take my comfrey out right here. I'm going to take a hose and hose all this dirt off it. Once it's hosed off, you can really get a sense of the root system on the comfreys here. This didn't even take out some of the lower growth that was going into the ground. These things go out really far. Now what I'm going to want to do with this is first we're going to be looking for crowns. So basically anywhere along here we can make cuts where the leaves come out and we can form crowns out of it. Take my knife and I'm just going to slice a big old chunk off her. And in doing so, we had several root fragments fall off. Just going to set those behind me for now. We're going to save all that. So right here, I could take this, I can make another 3 or 4, maybe even 5 more crowns out of this. But I think this is going to be good for our transplanting. If you win this contest, you are going to get a comfrey crown just like this. Might not have the leaves on top, that won't matter. So pay attention to this video because I'm going to show you how to plant this. So I'll take this crown, I'm going to put it in the bucket behind me. I'm going to go back through here. I'm going to see how many more crowns I can cut off here. So out of that one plant, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I made 5 crowns out of half of a comfrey plant. And like I said, I could probably divide these up even more and turn these into 20 crowns or so. But I think this is gonna be fine. I got a lot of comfreys to dig up, to propagate. I'm not too worried about maximizing my plants. Over here, we've been saving all these pieces of root that came off. This is what I'm gonna do with these. I have something like this here. I'm gonna just crack it wherever I wanna crack it. Got this big old guy right here. I'm gonna put that in the crown bucket. That's kind of like a crown. Then we wind up with random pieces of root, just like these. So I have this container here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all these, I'm gonna break them into 1-inch pieces. So something like this, 1-inch piece. Fill this up. You could leave them a little longer. The longer the better, but it doesn't matter. Even a 1/4 inch of this will most likely grow into a new plant for you. Thinner ones I'll keep a little longer. Put this guy in the crown bucket. Something like this skinny one here, I'll just keep it the way it is. Just taking my roots, breaking them up. I'm gonna leave some of these longer since I do have a lot of comfreys growing on my property. I don't need to make these small. Probably won't even have to dig up all these plants to propagate them. So the final tally, half a comfrey plant. I have 36 plantable either crowns or root cuttings. And I can't stress this enough. That is very generous. I could take this stuff, I can divide it up 5 ways and multiply all this comfrey by 5 if I wanted to. I'm back over here by the original comfreys. I want to get some more Bocking 14s in this area. So about 1.5 feet away from this plant here, I'm going to move all my wood chips off to the side. And I'm just going to get a hole going right here. I got some wire here because the fence is so close by. So I'm going to chop through that wire. You got to watch out. This comfrey here has roots coming in here, so we're going to get even more plants when we put one here. Let's go ahead and start with the harder way, actually, to plant these. This is more reliable, but reliable with comfrey, it's always reliable with comfrey. This will get you bigger plants faster. I'm just going to take this, I'm going to make a hole here, and I want to plant this to the same depth that I dug it out at. Now, if you ordered crowns from somebody else, you want to make sure that crown is 2 inches below the soil when you cover it up. Stick her in. You don't have to do this, but I am adding some compost around mine. We are still dealing with the nasty clay soil here, but as Sean from Edible Acres would say, comfrey don't care. And that is a fact. Comfrey does not care. I had comfrey in place. I'm just going to move my mulch back right against this comfrey. It is not going to matter. Pat her down. Almost looks like we have a comfrey plant growing here. These are probably going to die back, but we have some new growth in the center here that is going to take over, and we are definitely going to get a nice comfrey here. Come back here in a couple months, this thing will be 3 feet wide. Now I want to show you my absolute favorite way to plant comfrey. It's so cool how this works out. I learned this from an Edible Acres video. I want to get some comfrey over here. So I'm just going to move my wood chips out of the way. I'm going to take my shovel, stick it in here, push it down, just move it forward, and my tiny piece of comfrey root, I'm just going to drop it right behind the shovel, pull the shovel out, and step on it. Now that seems way too easy, but all these comfreys I got planted inside here were planted this way. I got my first comfreys off eBay. Just go ahead and move my wood chips back because it won't matter. Comfrey is going to come right through these wood chips. Comfrey will come through cardboard. Comfrey don't care. How about some new comfrey added inside this new addition to the chicken composting system? Got a little piece of comfrey right there. Shovels in, pry the shovel, drag the comfrey in. Shovel out, step on it. I really can't go into any more detail on it. It's really that simple to plant comfrey. So back to the giveaway. I will be sending out crowns similar to this, probably 2 of these crowns and whatever root fragments come out when I dig these up. So if you want to enter to win the free comfreys, I'm going to leave all the details in the description of this video. What you need to do is like this video, and then below this video, leave a comment. And whatever your comment is, make sure it starts out with the word comfrey. And to win, you also have to be a subscriber, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. I think we'll set the winning date for May 15th. That should give everyone plenty of time to plant their comfrey. You can honestly propagate this any time of year. It really doesn't matter. And with the 2 crowns and the root fragments I'm going to send you, you'll be able to take your comfrey and in a couple months propagate it and make as many comfreys as you want, so you will never have to buy comfrey in your life. That's why I did it one time off eBay, buying 1-inch root fragments, and now I have loads of comfrey. Thanks for watching.